Imagine standing on Earth 2.2 million years ago. You're not at the top of the food chain. Gigantic beasts roam the plains. Ice begins to swallow continents, and the very first humans are fighting for survival. What was this world really like? Today, we're going to step back in time to uncover a forgotten chapter of Earth's story. 2.2 million years ago marks a turning point, the dawn of the Ice Age, the rise of humanity's earliest ancestors, and the rule of enormous creatures now long extinct. By the end of this video, you'll know not only what lived here, but also why this moment shaped the world we know today. So what truly happened 2.2 million years ago? At 2.2 million years ago, Earth was in transition. This wasn't a quiet era. It was the opening act of the Pleistocene epoch, the Ice Age that would define much of recent history. Massive sheets of ice began to form in the northern hemisphere. Global temperatures dropped, reshaping coastlines and ecosystems. Rainforests shrank in some places, while open grasslands expanded. Visualize wide savannas stretching across Africa, mammoth herds grazing in Eurasia, and vast tundras where glaciers carved the land. The climate was unstable, swinging between warm and freezing, forcing every living creature to adapt or perish. This was a golden age for megafauna, the giant animals that dominated the planet. Picture this, giant mammoths thundering across frozen plains, saber-toothed cats with fangs as long as knives, lurking in the shadows, massive ground sloths the size of small cars, herds of ancient horses, bison and camels migrating endlessly, and beneath the waves, whales, sharks, and marine mammals thriving in oceans only just beginning to cool. But among these beasts was something new, something small, clever, and fragile. The first humans. Around 2.2 million years ago, our evolutionary story takes center stage. Fossils tell us that this was the age of Homo habilis, the handyman. These early humans were shorter than us, with smaller brains, but they had one advantage: tools. Using sharp flakes of stone, they could butcher animals, crack open bones for marrow, and defend themselves. They weren't the only hominins alive. Species like Paranthropus walked the same lands, competing for survival. Africa was their cradle. Imagine small groups of humans, clustered around fires, nervous of the predators circling in the dark, yet armed with newfound ingenuity that would one day change everything. The Oldowan tools, simple but revolutionary. Just a rock smashed against another to make a sharp edge. It doesn't sound like much, but this innovation gave early humans access to new foods. Scavenging carcasses left by lions or hyenas, humans sliced meat from bones. They cracked open skulls to scoop out brains, fat-rich nutrients that fueled bigger, more complex brains over time. This was the spark of human progress. For the first time, intelligence began to tip the balance against brute force. But survival wasn't guaranteed. At 2.2 million years ago, Earth was unforgiving. The climate shifted violently. Droughts one century, floods the next. Predators like saber-toothed cats and giant hyenas ruled the night. Competition was fierce. Other hominin species like Paranthropus had powerful jaws for chewing tough plants. But would they outlast the toolmakers? The challenge was simple: adapt fast or go extinct, and many did. Let's dive deeper into three crucial battles that defined this era. 1. Battle with nature. Early humans had no shelter, no weapons beyond stones. When the ice advanced, food sources vanished. Groups that couldn't move or adapt starved. 2. Battle with beasts. Imagine a family of humans scavenging a carcass, when suddenly a saber-toothed cat appears. Humans had to learn cooperation, strength in numbers to survive encounters like this. 3. Battle with themselves. Not every human species made it. Some, like Paranthropus, specialized too narrowly. Their massive jaws were perfect for plants, but when climates changed, they couldn't adapt. Meanwhile, toolmakers could shift diets, survive droughts, and slowly spread. Every struggle, every adaptation pushed humanity a step closer to dominance. Here's the turning point. At 2.2 million years ago, the first sparks of human ingenuity met the brutality of the Ice Age. Our ancestors, fragile and outmatched, survived not through strength, but through intelligence. They began a path no other animal had taken, the path of culture, cooperation, and innovation. Think about it. If they had failed, if saber-toothed cats had won, or if the cold had been too much, you and I wouldn't exist today. This was the crucible where humanity was forged. So what was there 2.2 million years ago? A world at the dawn of the Ice Age, giant beasts roaming Earth. Early humans, small, vulnerable, but armed with tools and cooperation. Endless challenges, from predators to shifting climates. And yet, out of that struggle came the very first steps of the human journey. The world 2.2 million years ago wasn't just about survival. It was about the birth of resilience, intelligence, and the will to adapt. It was the world Modas had made us. If you want to know what happened before this moment, when the first humans first appeared, click the video on your screen now.